Okay, welcome back to Dishing the Dirt, Speedway fans. I'm Aaron and this is my co-host Vince.
That's right, Aaron, we are back and we know it's been a while, but we've been working behind the scenes on some awesome stuff and we can't wait to show you what's coming up. So, speaking of which, let's take a look.
So, there it is folks, a lot to get through, and to kick things off, we're going to bring you a bit of news from here in New Zealand and from around the world.
And for the very first time, we have our very talented editor and producer who's usually behind the camera to present the news. So here's welcoming the wonderful Jeannie to the news desk.
I'm Jenny Adrienne and I'm bringing you this edition of the Dishing the Dirt news. The World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series concluded its 2020 season recently with a head-to-head battle for the title between Jason Johnson Racing's David Gravel and Casey Kane Racing's Brad Sweet. After his third consecutive win at the NOS Energy Drink feature at the dirt track at Charlotte, Gravel knew that in order for him to secure the championship, he needed Sweet to finish 11th at the final night of the last call. Unfortunately for Gravel, Sweet pushed on up to second place, gaining him the win for the championship, as well as his second title. Gravel did, however, place third, putting him at fourth place overall behind Logan Stewart, who won the final race, placing him second overall, and Brian Brown placing fifth in the race and third overall. In an interview at the 2020 awards presentation for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series, Gravel had this to say.
This year I had a lot of exciting things going on and was expecting to miss a decent amount of races, and with COVID happening I only missed 3, and with the team having Parker to fill in for me, new crew guys, we just didn't know what was going to happen, and it turned out really well. We were extremely consistent, didn't have any DNFs. I don't think we were in many B mains all year, so it was a fairly smooth year. Got to win some races here late in the season and really got going good.
After an up and down season for Sweet, securing the championship win was an epic way to end it off. Here's what he had to say.
You know, it was an up and down year for our Napa Auto Parts team. We had a lot of success early on in the season, had a lot of momentum on our side, and then you know, had those DNFs in the middle part of the season, and you know, it definitely, we lost a little bit of our confidence, and you know, struggled to the middle part of the season a little, and then you know, at the end of the year we were able to come back on pretty strong and you know, capitalize and get the championship, which is, you know, kind of a nice silver lining to kind of a rough year.
This race was also Gravel's final in the Jason Johnson Racing number 41 car. He will be joining the Big Game Motorsports for a championship run in 2021. Here's what he had to say.
It's been a great 2 years at JJR. I got to thank Philip and Bobby for all they do, Craig and Deborah Johnson for all they do for me, and Clyde, Nate, Patrick last year, Tyler last year. Had a lot of fun, made a lot of good memories. As a sprint car driver, it's one of the easiest jobs I've ever had, and had a lot of fun, so can't thank them all enough. There's 25 or 30 sponsors to thank, and I'll probably forget them, so I just got to thank everybody for making it possible.
Filling his spot in the JJR team will be Carson Macedo, who will be running the full 2021 tour. This will be Macedo's third full-time season with the series, as well as his second time on the JJR team since his first run in 2018. He had this to say.
Looking forward to next year, being a part of Jason Johnson Racing with Phil Dietz and Bobby Johnson, and getting back in tune with that team. So, overall, very thankful for the opportunity that Kyle and Caitlin gave me, and I'm looking forward to next year.
Along with the addition of Macedo, JJR crew chief Philip Dietz and wife Brooke will be taking on an ownership stake in the team. This is due to current owner Bobby Johnson taking a step back to spend more time with her son Jax. Dietz will be responsible for directing all of the daily racing operations, strategy and sponsorship partner relationships, while Johnson will be focusing on operating the merchandise side of the business. Back home in New Zealand, the Speedway season has kicked off to a wet start. Rainouts have affected events countrywide as spring has proven to be temperamental. 1 minute we are experiencing summer-like temperatures, then the next it is bucketing down, flooding tracks and leaving racers in the lurch and unable to compete. As if there weren't enough hurdles for us to climb this year, it seems Mother Nature has not been in our favour. It has been predicted that New Zealand will experience a hotter summer than usual, giving us hope that we have seen the last of the rainouts this season. On the bright side, the weather finally pulled through for Max Motor's Wellington Speedway Fireworks Spectacular after having been postponed earlier in the month due to a rainout. Here are some highlights. Another track that has been affected by the rainouts is Koken Woodford Glen. After a sudden downpour on the fireworks extravaganza night, they hit a stroke of luck on the night of their second attempt. Check it out. I'm Jeannie Adrienne, and the dirt has been dished.
Thanks for the updates there, Jeannie. But moving on to our brand new campaign we've come up with.
Yes, Speedway fans, we wanted to challenge you all to help us bring a few more fans out to enjoy the sport we all love. So have a look at hashtag Which Way to Speedway.
Hi, I'm Aaron from Garage 16. Here at Garage 16, we are big supporters of Speedway, and like most Speedway fans, we love the racing, the action, the family-friendly environment, and we think, given the lack of international competition in other sports due to COVID-19, that this summer is the best time to showcase our sport to others. So we are launching our hashtag Which Way to Speedway campaign, and we challenge all Speedway fans to bring along new fans to your local track to try out our sport. The great thing about Speedway is there is a track nearby, so whether you're a regular, you go on occasion, or have never been before, check out our track guide which has links to all the tracks around New Zealand. Just go to our website www.garage16media.com and click on the hashtag Which Way to Speedway to find website links to all the tracks that we could find. To kick things off, we want to hear from any fans that can convince some new punters to come along to a Speedway event this season to see if we can turn them into fans. and we will hook you up with 2 family passes to your local Speedway, one for your family and one for a family who you are bringing along to their very first Speedway event. All you have to do is share a photo or a story with us on Facebook or Instagram about one of your happy Speedway memories using hashtag #WhичWayToSpeedway. Tag a friend or a family member who have never been before but who you think should definitely give it a go, and you could both win a family pass to the Speedway of your choice this summer. Okay, Speedway fans or potential Speedway fans, that's it from me. Hashtag #WhичWayToSpeedway. Follow all the links to Garage 16 this Speedway season and come along and join in the fun. What are you doing this summer? Thought of checking out a Speedway? Did you know there are 25 plus tracks to choose from? Family friendly, affordable, breathtaking racing. The thrills worthy to get a little dirty. Get along to our website. Click on hashtag #WhичWayToSpeedway for a list of tracks near you.
So there you go, Speedway fans. Line yourself up some potential new fans to bring to your local Speedway, and we will select one of your stories and give away 2 sets of family passes to the winner, so bringing along those newbies is even easier.
Okay, moving on to our next story. You might remember from an earlier show, Vince got it into his head that the government had gotten rid of the free lunches and school programs to subsidise hot dogs at Speedway tracks instead.
I don't know what you're talking about in my head, mate. I heard it somewhere, so it must be true. So I thought I'd better find out.
Well, mate, you definitely found out, that's for sure. So I guess we better show the audience how you got on.
Oh, well, I'm just lining up to get my government subsidised hot dogs. Very excited.
What do you think about the government's plans to take money from the lunches and schools program and subsidise the hot dogs at Speedway?
Apparently they're completely free, thanks to the government subsidy. It's doing good. Oh, we're close to the line. Look at all these free hot dogs. Oh. Hi, am I able to order 6 hot dogs?
6 hot dogs?
Yeah. Oh, it's my first free hot dog. Oh, 2 free hot dogs. Oh, 3 hot dogs. 3 hot dogs. 4 hot dogs. 5 hot dogs. 6 hot dogs.
Yep. Chicken nuggets.
Oh, excuse me. They were free! The government! They were free! They were free! They were free! I swear it! I swear they were free! They were free!
Vincent, well, you've definitely confirmed it is officially not the case. The free lunches and schools program has not been replaced with subsidised hot dogs at Speedway.
Alright, I guess I might have to finally concede on that one. And don't worry, I did return to the lovely ladies at the hot dog stand and paid for those 2 hot dogs I ran away with. Have you got a business meeting or event coming up that you want to stream online? Let me show you how business streaming services can help. With our suite of professional cameras, your event will look amazing. Our team of professional camera operators and stream technicians will ensure your live stream is run seamlessly. We know how to make it sound as good as if the viewer was there in person. Want titles, logos, slideshows, or videos incorporated into your stream? No problem. We can bring in remote speakers via their webcams, so they don't have to be there in person. We'll give you a full copy of the live stream after the event, either as is or edited, so that you can give it to anyone that wasn't able to watch it live, or so you can upload to your website and social media. We are based in the Wellington region, but can travel to wherever in New Zealand you may be. So if you're interested in live streaming, get in touch with us and we'll take care of you.
Well, hopefully by now most of our fans know Garage 16 is a major sponsor for the South Island, North Island, and then the big one, the New Zealand Modified Champs this season.
The New Zealand Championship this year could have one of the largest fields in a long time.
So, what better way for us to keep you, the fans, up to speed than giving you even more of an insight into the class by letting you know more about the drivers and the teams that make it happen.
So between now and the New Zealand Modified Championships, we will be getting around meeting the drivers, checking out their form, and bringing you in-depth driver profile videos to check out. Here is a first look.
Hayden Corbett, 22C Chunk Racing. We've been racing the modifieds for 4 years now. Yeah, really looking forward to this coming season. It's mainly family based. My wife and brother-in-laws and father all crew on the car. So yeah, it's a real good family environment we all get into. So I first got into racing, we'd been out 3 or 4 times and watched Woodford Glen. Enjoyed the classes out there, always looked at modifieds and thought, oh yeah, they're pretty cool, that'd be awesome to have a go on one. We ended up buying a stock car actually originally, so we did 3/4 of the season in a stock car. Sort of didn't like people deciding who won the race and who didn't. So we got out of that, went over to Greymouth, never been in a modified or anything before. Went over to Greymouth and bought the car off Parky originally, my first car. So yeah, brought that back and she was a learning curve for us. We built that up, built a motor for it, which is still the same motor I run now. And yeah, no, it was cool. It was definitely a lot different to a stock car, that's for sure. So we've just developed from there, bought another car, Mike Goulet's old Porsche powered car, which is one behind us now, and run that for the last 3 seasons and yeah, just love it. So I have a business here in Kaipoi. Owned it for the last 7 years with my parents. We do diesel fuel injection, specialise in common rail fuel injection systems, diagnostics, and yeah, that's all we do is diesels. So yeah, so putting the car together, we do it all from home. The car's not usually in the workshop here. It's our after hours job once the kids go to bed and the family come over and crew come over to give us a hand. So yeah, we've put the car together, we've done a new body on it this season, done quite a bit of new panels and just lightened it up a fair bit as well, so yeah. So the season plans for this year is just to run all the races down here at Woodford Glen. Get ready for New Zealand Champs. It's a pretty big year down here at Woodford Glen this year. We've got quite a few decent events on down here that Garage 16 is also getting behind, so that's really awesome. We're hoping to get up to the Dirt Cup this year and follow that up the week after with the North Island Champs. We'll have to see how that all goes with work as most people are aware in this time. So that's sort of our plans for the season. We've got a few meetings over the coast, which we always do. So yeah, it's always good to get back over and support those guys. They always come over and support us. So that's sort of our plans for the season, really. We've had a few good moments. We've won the Mainland Modified Series 2 years in a row. Also club champs last 2 years here. One of the best times, I guess, is probably not winning the races, more having good battles with other cars and just swapping places back and forward. Probably Wellington, New Zealand's at Wellington last year was one of the coolest ones for us. I guess we had just an awesome weekend of hard, fast racing with a lot of good cars up there. And yeah, we had actually a good battle with Brad in the last race, so we managed to get past him and he got back past us, and then we had a little bit of contact in there and ended up spinning up, and I remember seeing a lot of fast cars coming straight for me, and lucky the guys on the radio were straight onto it and everyone avoided it. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. But this year there has been a lot more cars out there. I think this year we've got about 16 registered Christchurch alone, and another 5 or 6 over the coast. So the numbers are definitely getting bigger. We've got a couple of sprint car drivers. Jason Scott, that owns the Edge, he's peddling a new modified this year. We also got Nathan Astle, who's bought the X1NZ car. So yeah, we've got a few good guys coming through, and a couple of real young fellas too that show promise. So it'll be really interesting to see what pans out this season. Hope the numbers can keep up. Yeah, I guess there's nothing like modified racing for the fans. It's fast, hard racing, nothing like hearing these V8s scream. And yeah, the track's definitely a bit different down here at Woodford Glen. You really watch the cars come into turn 3 and 4. It's a lot tighter corner. They can quite often get a bit of contact and a bit of argy-bargy and coming off the corner. So yeah, it's good fun, eh? All the fans get a real good perspective of what's going on out there. You can see the whole track. You can sit in the grandstand and see everything. Especially with the numbers that we're going to have there, there's going to no doubtedly be some crashes and some argy-bargy, and yeah, I mean, where else do you go and watch some 600 horsepower modifieds wheel stand down the front straight? So yeah, it's well worth coming and watching and seeing. Yeah, I think so. I mean, both my kids absolutely love racing. Like when they were a little bit younger, we couldn't drive past Woodford Glen gates without them yelling and screaming, so we want to go racing. So we got married, and my wife, we'd been together for 16 years now, or 15 years, and we got married 4 years ago, and on the wedding day, Cody, my son, he all he wanted to do was go racing, and we said, well, we're getting married before we go racing. It was only about a month before racing started. So on the wedding day, as soon as we got married, he said, Dad, can we go racing now? So so that was pretty cool. So yeah, no, he loves it. None of my family's ever done Speedway or racing, anything like that, so I'm sort of the first one into it. And my mum, she loves it. She can't get enough of it, eh? So, and I think the kids will really get them behind it. That's what we're trying to get them into the tarmac kart racing and get them in at an early age and get into it.
So I'm Andrew Nathan, driver of 69C Modified, Bare Bones Racing Crew. We're probably a bit of a laughing stock almost around the pit sometimes. I think, yeah, it's a whole load of old people that have been there for a very long time helping us out. We've got a couple of new ones coming on that help out occasionally as well. Yeah, it's just a good bunch of guys, again, same interests, you know, they're passionate about what we do. No, we just enjoy our racing. Yeah, so yeah, I'm the class rep for the modifieds here at Woodford Glen Speedway. My role there basically is just keeping the drivers basically informed, organising some out-of-town meetings, being part of the Woodford Glen committee. Yeah, I got into racing many moons ago, driving street stock originally. Done that for about 3 or 4 seasons. Then had a few seasons off and did some black tracking in a B grade saloon. Then moved into an A grade. Then had a few seasons off and basically 10 years ago moved into the modified. So modified, we're running a XXX chassis, 400 cubic inch Chev engine, and a Camaro body. Scariest incident modified has got to be probably 5 years ago at Waikaraka Park when we rolled and broke my back. Yep.
That's not good. Was that a long recovery?
No, it's 6 months, but
Yep.
yeah, well, there you go, haven't recovered yet.
How did you feel about getting back in the car after breaking your back? Was it nerve-wracking or?
No, it wasn't too bad. Like you jump in the car and the car becomes the office. So you're just at home in the car. I think there's going to be some bloody close, fast racing. Good bunch of guys, couple of new guys coming through. We've got some changes. We've got Nathan Essel coming from sprint cars, and then obviously Jason Scott, who you're going to meet later on, who still is driving sprint cars, but also a brand new XXX chassis for him. Yeah, there's going to be some fast action. Last year was a shit. So yeah, we hurt the engine boxing night at Woodford Glen. Got it fixed, got it fixed just in time basically to go out to Wellington, got to Wellington, and first race, we blew the motor. So yeah, we're having none of that sort of shit from last year, and we go forward this year, and we're gonna be good. Hey, look, we're just working our way towards it, meeting by meeting by meeting, try fine tune. I don't know if I can say it, but yeah, grow some bigger balls and get in a bit harder and just do what we can do. Okay, so here I'm the manager of Edge Parts and Performance. So obviously we are Speedway related mainly. We do have hot rod side, so we do a lot of crate engines, dress up gear as well. It's part of the passion. There's no ifs or buts about it. Good on them. And if they do, they'll be hooked.
What do you think's the best part?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, we've had guys that have never done it before jump straight into sprint cars, or they'll start off in mini stocks or production saloons. It's whatever they want to do, and it doesn't matter. A lot of it will be budget orientated, and from the lowest budget, it's still their passion, it's still what they want to do, and that's got to be respected. And we're just here to help out anybody as much as we can from the ground up. And we will do what we can to help them. It's just part of what we do.
Sweet. So if someone wanted to get into the modified class, they could come and talk to you guys about that?
Anytime, yeah. And it doesn't matter what class. You know, we're not one-sided, and we're here to help any of them.
Okay, that was super cool to learn more about those guys, and we look forward to bringing you a lot more driver profiles leading up to the New Zealand Modified Champs at Koken Woodford Glen on the 19th and 20th of February 2021.
Next up, we have a guest reporter, the charismatic Pallet Supplies 3NZ modified driver, Luke Brown. He's reporting from the Big Boys Toys event, where he not only had his car on display, but he also checked out some of the sites. Enjoy.
guys, it's Luke Brown here, driver of the 3Z Pellet Supplies Modified here at Big Boys Toys at the Auckland ASP Showgrounds, and I'm reporting to you, Dishing the Dirt. This is a great opportunity to showcase our sport, our class, our team, and our sponsors at New Zealand's premier event. So come with me and we'll check out some of the awesome things on show. They run them over in Australia, and the aim is to try and get them over here in New Zealand so they can do a bit of a Trans-Tasman battle, a bit of rivalry there. So it sounds like a really good way to go about it, and at a cost-effective entry-level price of about $185,000, where usually they're up around the $250, $260 mark. So for what they are, they pack a lot of punch, and for those interested, it is a good option to get into the class. They're limited to 525 horsepower. They run on 98 octane fuel. They weigh about 1,250 kgs, including the driver. Space frame chassis, and then they come in 3 body types. So you've got the Mustang, the Camaro, or the Challenger. And they run on Hoosier tyres, like we do in Speedway, which is pretty cool. And yeah, this is how they come out of the box. So pretty much this is how they arrive and are ready to boogie. So yeah, get your wallets out, guys. Hey guys, I'm here with Mark Bardsley, owner of this top door slammer here, and just want to have a quick chat with Mark. Tell us a little bit about this thing.
Been racing it for 17 years, started out with a small block Chev in it, raced it for probably 5 seasons, then we went to a big block Chev, and then just recently I purchased the engine and gearbox out of Wayne every city maker.
Oh yeah.
And we've been racing it for the last 3 seasons.
Yep. Oh, awesome. So tell us a little bit about the engine itself. What kind of parts there inside the engine?
The engine's a 526 Keith Black Hemi, around about 3,500 horsepower.
No, that's nothing.
And just a 3-speed Lenco, full carbon fibre body.
Yep.
And weighs with the driver about 1240 kg.
So the power to weight ratio is pretty incredible.
Yeah, no,
something like that.
Yeah.
And in terms of times getting down the track in this thing, what's kind
best I've done so far, 6.1 seconds, 230 mile an hour, which I think equivalent to about 350.
350 kilometres an hour. Alright, that's Mark Bardsley, guys. Drive this top door slammer. It's us from Discovery Turbo Big Boys Toys for another year. It's great to have the 3NZ Pellet Supplies modified machine on display, and it was pretty cool checking out all the different stalls and all the different action events and everything like that. So from here, I'm Luke Brown, back to Aaron and Vince in the studio.
Next up, we have a bit of a rundown on something special coming up at our local track, the Max Motors Wellington Family Speedway, and joining Vince earlier in the week to have a chat about this was the Vice President of the Speedway, Aaron Musgrove.
So without further delay, we will let the slightly more handsome Aaron explain. Right now I have the Vice President of the Max Motors Wellington Family Speedway, Aaron Musgrove here. Thanks for coming along, Aaron.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure as always. And we have some awesome updates about a wicked event which is coming up later on in the year called the Friday Homes Superstock Shootout. So Aaron, what is this thing?
So this is an event that we've been running for a number of years. It started out as the Friday Homes Superstock series. It's been condensed down to a one-night format, which we started tinkering with last year to just make it a bit more exciting for the crowd. And this year we think we've really cracked it. We've got a really cool format with so drivers do 3 heats to qualify, with the top 10 going through to a shootout. Now the shootout is 10 versus 9 in a 2-car runoff, with the winner staying on to verse the next one up the line.
I've seen a couple of shootouts in my time. It's one-on-one, isn't it?
It is.
10 versus 9th and so on. They are so exciting, and I can't believe there's going to be 10 top 10 people.
Yeah.
But the massive news for this one, what's the prize for winning? Because that's the big...
So never been done before in Superstock history is we've got $10,000 on the nose to win just the shootout. So the person who qualifies top and only has to race one other guy, he's basically got 4 laps between him and a check that's going to cover the rest of his season.
So to get that right, the winner gets $10,000.
Yes.
Now, I don't know too much about prize purses in Speedway history, but that is surely one of the largest for a winner this season.
As far as we're aware, and I'm sure someone out there can correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as we're aware, there's never been anything even close to it. So big thanks to Friday Homes, obviously coming on board. Mike, he's a huge supporter of the track, and yeah, he's come along to make this a massive event for the track. So at the moment we're a couple of weeks out, and we're well over 40 entrants. We've got a cap at 54 because track limit. Yep. So we can't take any more cars. So there's only a few spaces left with still even a few local guys that are still going to put their name in. So it's going to be hugely exciting. And obviously on the same night with you guys, got the Garage 16 Wellington Modified Champs as well. So
that's right.
It's going to be a huge night at the track.
It's going to be an excellent night. So that's shaping up to be great. But going back to you said there's a cap of 54 drivers. Have we got some well-known names in there already?
At the moment we've got, I think there's 5 ex-New Zealand champs. We've got, Peter Rees, we've got the current New Zealand champ, Randall Tarrant. We've got your Muka Motorsport boys, Benji Snedden, obviously Ethan Rees coming along, your Levine brothers, hometown heroes, and current New Zealand Sportsperson of the Year for Speedway, Keegan. So just the list is, you look through the star power and you wonder where everyone else is going to be this season.
That's right. So we've got one of the best tracks in New Zealand, the best drivers in New Zealand, and one of the biggest prizes in New Zealand. That sounds like the Friday Homes Superstock Shootout is going to be massive.
Absolutely huge.
When is it?
19th of December, which also coincidentally is we are the only track at the moment that's running a meeting that weekend. So it's the weekend before Christmas. Most people are going to be on holiday. So you're pretty much going to be able to come down to Wellington, enjoy hopefully a bit of sunshine and some amazing racing.
Oh, awesome. So thanks again, Aaron, for coming in and telling us about the Friday Homes Superstock Shootout on the 19th of December, as well as the Garage 16 Modified Wellington Champs. It's going to be a great night. Follow these guys on Facebook and check it out for more details. We'll look forward to seeing you there.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Well, that should be a great event, so get along to support it. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun, firstly with the modifieds and then the big $10,000 prize in the Superstocks.
So race fans, we are almost coming to the end of the show, but we wanted to bring you a video of our first modifieds event, well, without rain anyway, down at Koken Woodford Glen for the Garage 16 modified 30-lapper.
Now, Aaron, no one would be going out there so early in the season to put it all on the line, but there was plenty of good action, and it was our first trip down south as well. So sit back and enjoy a rundown of the Garage 16 modified 30-lapper heats and feature race at the Koken Woodford Glen Speedway.
It's Aaron and Vince reporting for Dishing the Dirt. We are here at the Koken Woodford Glen Speedway for the Garage 16 modified 30-lapper.
It's going to be awesome.
How's the track out there tonight?
It's good. It's got a lot of grip. It's a fast track. So, all good.
Yeah, low line and high line looks like there could be. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I moved up there and it was good. The car held in and it's stuck on the top, and the bottom's pretty good as well.
I found down low a little bit hard to drive, but that's just learning still, I guess. And up high was pretty good as well. Heaps to drive up there, so might go up there for the rest of the meeting. We'll see.
Bit of a dodgy start to the night, mate. Not ideal. What happened out there?
I just noticed a bit of smoke coming out from the left-hand side, and I thought I saw a couple of flames. It was enough to take my mind off things for just that split second, and I think I might have had a bit of a run at the same time, and that was the end of it.
Sitting down the back a little bit there, made up a few more positions. What's going on during the race?
We're pretty happy with it. The track sort of fell off a lot quicker than we thought it was going to. Thought it was going to stay drivey for a fair bit, but it turned pretty slick. We just waited for people to make mistakes in the restart. That's what we've really got the car set up for. So. The high line was a wee bit lumpy. I went up there a couple of times, but yeah, it was good.
Was the first race for you?
It was good, looking good, and then it popped out again. We don't know why, and it was the end of it.
So you found the gremlin, you know what's going on, you ready for the next one, or?
Yeah, well, it's back in gear. We don't know why it did it. It's one of those things. Hopefully it'll be right, and yeah.
Okay, Nathan Assel, 10C, obviously we never like to see a driver putting his car back on the trailer after race one. What happened, mate?
Just from the start, mate, it felt flat, and then going into turn one, I just heard a wee knock that I didn't like, obviously, so pulled it in and turned it off. Better to be safe than sorry, so hopefully there's not too much damage, but we'll get it apart and have a look.
Okay, 82C, Singer, good start to the night, mate. Got a win.
Yeah, no, it went pretty bloody good.
And you had a few troubles before you got going, but no troubles once you got going.
No. So we had it on the dyno on Thursday, and had a couple of problems after that, just getting here, and then it was good.
Mike Gawley here, 4C, second first race tonight. How was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. The car was good. I think we started 10th and we came home second. Yep. And yeah, if we had another lap, I would have had it.
Okay, 18C, Jacob Mitchell, got all the livery on the car, looking super sharp. Get out there for the first race and third on track, right?
Yeah. So thanks to Bailey and for the design, and Dennis Sorp at DD Signs and his crew for applying it. It's come up pretty good, I reckon. And yeah, that first race was pretty good, I reckon. Could have done a little bit better, but that's just learning. It's only my 6th meeting.
Yeah, I think we ended up finishing 6th and started grid 11, so yeah, pretty stoked with that.
Magic, 5 places up and having a bit of a muck around with the car, getting it all set up for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, definitely tightening the car up a heap. It's fairly slick out there and it's only going to get worse, so these last races are really going to be for the lower horsepower cars. Horsepower ain't going to do much for you in the last ones.
Andrew Naven, 69C, how's the first heat for you?
Wasn't the best, went backwards a wee bit under a restart. We fueled up, restart was actually too slow, and got passed by a couple, and then more cautions, they called the race early.
Alright, 13C, Evan.
As usual, I'm out the back, so quite happy being there.
Did you have a good time at least?
Oh, love it. Love going around, I love putting that foot down, feeling that acceleration, feeling the front go light, twitchy, it's great. There's nothing like it. I've been driving hot rods and all sorts of things through my life. There's nothing like this game. I just wish I'd started earlier, that's all.
How was your first heat?
It was fantastic until the end when we cut a tyre and spun it. So, cut a tyre on a restart with a hot shot coming through, and he removed that for us, and I didn't realise, and sailed it in there, and round she went.
Thanks for that.
fully foresee making a habit of this, talking to you when you're winning stuff. Bloody good night, mate.
Yeah, no, it was a good night. It was hard at the beginning of that 30 lapper, but we persevered, and our car came on strong towards the end, and they went off, and yeah, no, we were very lucky.
So it's absolutely massive season for the modifieds down here in Christchurch. This is a good way to start it off, so you'll be pretty happy about that.
Oh, definitely. You know, getting a 30 lapper is just makes your race fit. It's good. It's good.
Absolutely. And we'll see you here for the Canterbury Champs next, and you'll have a crack at that.
Yeah, no, there's going to be some, I believe there's 3 North Islanders coming. Yep. I know Brad Lane's coming because he's staying at our place, Hotel Michael. But yeah, no, we should have a good field because we've got the coasters coming and they're quick as well. So, bit of luck, we've probably got 20 cars.
Steve Sinclair, end of the 30 lapper, you're out front for a bit, got chased down in the end, but second place, it's not too bad, and it's a pretty damn good start for the season with this brand new Triple X chassis, new car, and you've got to be pretty happy with that result, right?
Yeah, real happy. Didn't think we'd get anywhere actually, but no, car was real good. Bloody Michael got me, couldn't get him back, but I thought I was going to have him back on the restart, and yeah, it was a bloody good race, enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really, really good, and it's obviously quite slick on the inside. People finding a little bit of grip on the outside. I did see you kind of move to the outside a little bit towards the end too, have a go at Michael. But yeah, like you said, just didn't quite chase him down, but still a good result for your team.
Yeah, no, it was real good, real happy.
Jacob Mitchell, third for the 30 lapper. Bloody good race, mate. I seen you riding the outside line there, and it kind of paid off.
Yeah, so pretty difficult out there really for someone like me, not really knowing what I'm doing. But yeah, it's alright.
So is that your first 30 lap race, or have you done a few of those before?
Oh no, that's my first 30 lap race, yeah. Since all the modified series last season was 20 laps. And yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's a pretty good effort. Got guys like Michael Gawley and Steve Sinclair obviously chasing them down a little bit, but not quite. But third's still a pretty bloody good result.
Yeah, well, Mike's been doing it for ages, so yeah, he's got to learn how to run a low line like him sometimes to get past people, but it'll be right. That's
a very good start to the season, and we'll look forward to seeing you here next at the Garrett 16 Canterbury Champs on the 5th of December. You'll be here for that?
Yeah, definitely, all going to plan. It's good to finally get a whole meeting under my belt too for this season, so yeah. Huge thanks to my sponsors as well. Couldn't really do it without them at all.
Yep.
So sweet.
Absolutely, yep. None of these guys can do it without their sponsors. Another brilliant night here. Congratulations, Jacob, and we'll catch you in the next one, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our first show back, and we hope to bring you many more during the season.
The support we receive from the tracks, the drivers, the teams, and the fans is really awesome. So if you keep watching it, we'll keep making it.
Don't forget to head over and support our hashtag Which Way to Speedway campaign, but most of all, get along to your local track and have a heap of fun.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and hit the follow button. Also head on over to our website www.garrett16media.com for even more wicked content. I've been Vince.
And I've been Aaron.
You know what to do. You know, you kind of have a sexy, deep voice when you're recovering from a chest infection.
Yeah. Let's tell everyone about my infections.
We don't have enough time.